A lot of times students ask me how I sequence my classes. Where does it come from? Where does the inspiration come from to sequence? We find a lot in our 200-hour yoga teacher training that students are good at sequencing and they're Googling sequences and they're trying to figure out what someone else did and how can I adapt this. And then they feel this imposter syndrome. And it's totally normal in yoga. It's okay to be inspired by someone else. It's okay to take someone else's sequence and adapt it for what works for you. But to answer the question, my sequences come from my practice. It depends on what I'm going through in my life at the time and what I'm going through on my mat. Sometimes I may be in a place, deep contemplation of different concepts from yoga philosophy, and they may become that seed that grows into my yoga sequence. I might sequence around that theme. For example, I might sequence it around ahimsa and practicing non-harm within our relationship with ourselves on our yoga mat in our practice. And then there are other times where I may have been working on a peak posture and I may have discovered a new way that I like to come into the posture, and that becomes the inspiration for how I'm going to sequence my yoga class. And at times I may just be feeling a principle of movement. Maybe it's a side bending week for me, or maybe I've been really working on detox and twists. And so I take those physical postures and build my sequence around that. It could even be a quote that becomes that seed, that piece, that bija that we grow from. I'd love to know what your inspiration is for your sequences when you're writing class plans for your yoga classes.